Welcome to the channel Get Rich. Today we are going to look into cryptocurrency market state, how the cryptocurrency market looks like and what are the top coins to buy now. So let's get into the video. So first, cryptocurrency market state. So let's have a look into cryptocurrency total market cap chart, how it grows over time. So if you look into the uh, year 2018 or January 2018 peak, it had peaked around $800 billion. That's the total market cap of cryptocurrency market, and then it fell down in the bear market, and then now currently it even reached $3 trillion, and currently it's trading somewhere around 2 trillion, 2.1 trillion dollars. So this is the actual chart. So let's have a look into log chart, how a different cycle pans out. So if you look into the log chart, so the first cycle it went up from 1 billion to $10 billion, and then in the second cycle top to top, so and then it went from around 10 billion to almost 800 billion. So it went up pretty huge, that cycle, and then currently it's trading around 2 trillion, so up from 800. So it's more or less 2.5 times from the previous cycle peak. So what I'm expecting in the market for the coming months, so I'm expecting it to reach somewhere around the cryptocurrency total market cap to peak around 7 to 10 trillion dollar. That was my personal expectation. So I believe so we still have 3 to 4x of gains left in this cycle. That's what I believe. So let's have a look into some of the charts, look into some of the data science models, how that tells us, so how the price tells us, how the different data science model tells us, is the market is in the peak territory, or is it still it's going to be more gains coming ahead for the coming months. So let's get started. So let's look into different data science models of Bitcoin, and let's see how the Bitcoin yeah, different charts looks like, because Bitcoin decides the market direction. So if Bitcoin goes up, most likely most of the altcoins and other cryptocurrency markets is going to go up. So let's have a look into Bitcoin data science models. So the first one is Bitcoin stock to flow model. So this one predicts the fair value of Bitcoin, and then usually in the peak bull market it's going to go above these values of the stock to flow model, and then it's going to come down below the values during the bear market. So if you see the chart, so in the 2014 it went up higher than the fair value, and then in 2018 it also went up higher than the peak value, fair value, and currently it's just below the fair value. So I believe it's going to go up in the coming months. I believe at the end of 2022 or the early 2023 we'll see a peak for Bitcoin somewhere around $150,000 to $200,000. That's what my personal expectation. So 150,000 to be on the conservative side, 125,000 to 150,000 is a pretty good price target for the Bitcoin in this cycle. So then the second one is Bitcoin fear and greed score. So this shows us where the market stands at, whether it's in the Bitcoin is in the fear territory or in the greed territory. So let's have a look at that. So always the famous quote, buy when others are fearful and sell when others are greedy. So let's have a look into which territory Bitcoin is trading at currently. So this chart shows the fear and greed score. So if it's in green, it's in the greed territory, and if it's in red, it's in the fear territory. So currently, as you are seeing, we are currently in the fear territory and just coming out of the fear territory. So it's a good time to buy. I believe after the fear territory, the greed cycle will come. That's the market cycle. So I believe this Bitcoin price is going to go up in the coming months. And then if you look into the next indicator, which is a Bitcoin Pi cycle top indicator, so this shows where the Bitcoin price stands at. So it's purely based on the price action. So we have 111 day moving average, and then we have a 350 day moving average multiplied by 2, and this shows the cycle top indicator. So in the two places, for example here, if you see in the 2014 it went above these two lines, and then it peaked at around that point. And then if you look at the 2018, it also went above these two lines and then peaked at around this price. So if you look into the current price, so it's still trading below 111-day moving average. So as so if you look into the previous history, for example, if there is a diversion here, divergence of these two lines, and then if the price is near the lower band, the following will be a pretty good bull cycle. Also here, if you see divergence and then it's in the lower territory, and also the bull cycle followed, and also here the same. So currently we are also in divergence, and then it's also in the lower territory. I believe it's going to have a good price acceleration in the coming months. So then the next one is Bitcoin 1 year hodl wave. So what is that? So it's like how much Bitcoin is not moved for 1 year. So it's like people are holding the Bitcoins. So if it goes up, that's good. If it goes down, that's bad. So usually what happens is, if prices are going down and people will hold more and more Bitcoin, so the Bitcoin 1 year hodl chart goes up. And then if the prices are rising, then the people will take profits and then it's going to go down. So this shows also the where the market is currently. For example, if you look at the 1 year hodl wave in 2014, it's in the lowest here and the market peak, and then you see here we have the highest yeah, if the hodl wave increases and then the price tends to bottom out, and then again if it peaks, then we have a lower bottom here. Currently we are on the higher side, which means people are expecting the price to go up and people are still holding their Bitcoin. So which means then the cycle again continues, I think. So then this also shows the Bitcoin price is going to go up, and then the chart can come down to have a peak. So we are still not in the peak territory because still the hodl wave is going up. So this indicator is also showing Bitcoin is not at the peak. And then the next one is a Bitcoin fuel multiple. So this is based on the daily coin issuance divided by the moving average of 365. So this also shows where the market stands at. So if it's at the higher side, for example, when if the price peaks, the fuel multiple also peaks. So if fuel multiple goes above this range, in the red range, then the market yeah, if you see the pure multiple is in this range, the market is in the peak, and then currently you are saying it's in the bottom, not in the green territory, but still it's in the neutral territory, it's not going into the higher. So this also shows Bitcoin is not in the peak territory. And if you look at the Bitcoin golden ratio multiplier, so this is Bitcoin moving average multiplied, yeah, 350 moving average, day moving average, and then multiplied by 1.62, 3, 5, 8, 13, and 21. So these are these different lines. So as you see, Bitcoin peaks out here, and then it go again peaks out, again peaks out. So it was previously it was peaking around 21, and then 13, and then 8. So it's decreasing over the period. The gains are reducing because it's getting bigger and bigger market. So if you look into the last cycle 2018, it peaked at around multiplied by 5 moving the average here. And then currently if you look at the current cycle, so taking into account every time it goes one band below. So let's say this cycle it peaks around multiplied by 3, 350-day moving average multiplied by 3, because previous cycle was 5 and the cycle before was 8. So let's assume it's going to peak around uh, moving day average multiplied by 3. So in that case, currently if you look at the current price action, so if you look at the 350-day moving average multiplied 3, it's staying somewhere around 140,000. Currently the Bitcoin is trading around lowermost band, so which is around 46,000. So it still has personally 3x return left in this cycle. That's what this indicator also shows us. So we still have room to grow. The Bitcoin price has room to grow. And then if you look at the final one, which is Bitcoin profitable days, so as you see in the previous several years from 2010, 2011 to 2022, it had around number of profitable days holding Bitcoin is around 4019 days, and then total number of days was 4247. So it was 94.6% of the days is profitable when holding Bitcoin, unless you bought at the peak. still you have a pretty good profits in Bitcoin. So also people say if the asset stays for more than 10 years, more than a decade, or if a technology stays more than a 10 years, it's most likely to stay in the coming years. So Bitcoin proven itself for the past 10 years, and more people, even institutions, are starting to buy Bitcoins, and even countries like El Salvador, so they made Bitcoin as their legal tender. So there are several countries looking into making Bitcoin as their legal tender currency. So that's institutions, governments are interested, institutions are interested, more and more people, retail people, so more and more demand is coming out, and then supply is limited. So that's why I believe the Bitcoin is going to have a very good growth ahead in the coming years. And then let's have a look at the top crypto coins to buy now. So let's go through coin market cap, and then let's see. I will go into different coins and then say what I am what coins or which coins I am bullish on, which coins to buy now. So this is not a financial advice, this is my personal opinion. So if you look into the top 10 coins, so we have Bitcoin, of course. So no matter whichever portfolio you are a conservative or aggressive investor, you should have Bitcoin and Ethereum in your portfolio, at least some percentages. So that's a must. You should have in your portfolio. If you are exposed to cryptocurrency market, you should have Bitcoin and Ethereum in your portfolio. And then Binance Coin is also a good one. Solana is also good, and then Cardano. So I personally hold Bitcoin, Ethereum, and then Ripple, and then Cardano in my portfolio. So let's go into coin market cap list for top 100, and then I will show you what are the coins I am bullish on. So then if you look into the cryptocurrency market cap here, so we have first Bitcoin. So as I said, Bitcoin is a must have portfolio. You can buy Bitcoin, it still have 3x potential in 1 or 1.5 years span of time. That's a pretty good return. So in 1 year, in stock market or any other asset market, getting 3x return in 1 or 2 years is pretty good return. So this is a yeah, comparatively relatively low risk and high reward play. Bitcoin, it can be 2 to 3x return you can have in 1 year, or in next 1 year or 1.5 year. That's a pretty good risk to reward ratio. And then if you look into the Ethereum, so currently it's trading around $3,500, but I believe this can also be triple or even 4 times it can go, because Bitcoin also outperforms Ethereum outperforms Bitcoin in the bull market. So Ethereum currently 3,500. I am expecting somewhere between 10,000 and $15,000 as a peak in this cycle for Ethereum. So that's also pretty good gain to be at. So you should have Bitcoin and Ethereum, as I said. And then the next one, Tether, is a stable coin. So then if you are going to next one, which is Binance Coin, that's also a good one. You can hold, but I am not holding it. And Solana, that's also a good coin, and competitor to Ethereum, and a lot of activities are going on. Solana, it's a good one. And then Ripple, they are currently fighting against SEC, so that's why the prices are not going that high compared to other coins. But if you are believer in Ripple and their technology, yeah, you can buy that coin as well. I have a very small holding in Ripple. And then Cardano is a pretty good one. It's also another competitor for Ethereum, so I hold Cardano pretty good position. So that's my, I think, third biggest after Bitcoin, Ethereum. I have the third biggest is in Cardano. So Cardano is a pretty good coin to hold. So it even peaked at around $3. Currently it's trading around $1.2. So if it were to reach its previous all-time high, it should almost 2 to 3x of its price. So that's a pretty good return as well if you are looking into it. And then Luna, that's also a good one, but I don't hold in my personal portfolio. Avalanche is also, they are doing a lot of good activities are going on. So a lot of they're also a potential competitor for Ethereum. And then you see Polkadot, I also hold in my portfolio. Polkadot, I'm also holding Polkadot. You can also stake Polkadot to get rewards. So they are providing even 12% reward on Polkadot. So you can buy Polkadot and then you can stake it, and then you can get rewards for Polkadot. That's a pretty good coin as well. And then I don't believe in meme coins, so Dutch coins I don't hold it. I don't believe that. And also Shiba Inu, yeah, there are peoples who buy and hold that coins, but I'm not a believer in that. And then Matic, that's a layer 2 solution. That's also a pretty good one. I have a pretty small position in Polygon. And then if you look into the next one is Litecoin. I hold a pretty substantial position in Litecoin, so I also a big believer in Litecoin, even though it did not perform well or much in this cycle. I still believe it will perform in the coming months. Usually it performs at the end of the bull cycle, so I believe Litecoin will still reach $1,000 or even more, $1,000 to $1,500 in this cycle. I still believe that. But I'm not sure whether it will happen. But I still believe Litecoin can reach $1,000 to $1,500 in this cycle. I still hold Litecoin in my portfolio. And the Cosmos, it's also a pretty good coin, but I don't hold that. And then the next one is Chainlink. Chainlink is a pretty nice project. They have pretty much a lot of integrations with several other blockchains. They are the Oracle solution for blockchain, so they have like a lot of different partnerships. They're the market leader. So Chainlink is it's also a pretty interesting project. It's a pretty good one. Currently, it has yeah, market cap of around $8 billion with a $17.56 price. But then it even reached $50 at some point. So I hold also Chainlink in my portfolio. So I still believe Chainlink can reach even $100 in this cycle. So that's also a pretty much a good gain can be made in this project as well. So if you are a believer of Oracle solution, so then Chainlink is a market leader. So Chainlink also a pretty good coin to hold. And then you have Uniswap. That's also a decentralized exchange. So Uniswap is also a good one to hold. And then the next one I believe is Algorand is also a good one, but I don't hold in my portfolio. And then if you look into the next one, the VeChain. So I believe in VeChain. I also hold VeChain in my portfolio. So that's also a comparatively bigger position compared to other projects. So VeChain, it even reached $2.28 at some point. Currently it's trading around 0.08. So it has to go up 4 times in order to reach its all-time high. So I believe it's a supply chain solution project. So I also believe in VeChain. And then we have Decentraland. It's in metaverse play. I don't hold it, but I think it has a very good potential if metaverse takes off. And then the next one is Elrond. I also hold Elrond. So Elrond also a very good scalable solution. So Elrond is also a pretty good project. You can buy that. It even reached, for example, $500 $550. Currently it's trading around $200. So Elrond, I believe it can reach $1,000 in this cycle. So we can still have 4 to 5x in this particular project as well. And then the Theta is the next one. That's also a good project, but I don't hold it yet. But I'm thinking of buying this coin because it's performing pretty well so far. And then the Sand, which is also a metaverse play. If you are a believer in metaverse, you can buy this particular coin. And then if you look into a next one, which is Aave, which is pretty interesting. So Aave is very good DeFi play. So they have a pretty good recent upgrade. And then the market it went up from almost 120 to 240 100% in the last 2 to 3 weeks, I believe. And then it even peaked at around $600 to $650. Currently it's around $250. So you can have a pretty decent gain here. So it can reach $1,000 or so in this cycle. So yeah, it reached 4 to 5x in this cycle. And then if you look at the next one is IOTA. I also hold IOTA in my portfolio, but I don't know how it will perform in this cycle because I was a believer of their technology, Tangle technology, but then its price is not going up as I expected in this cycle. But I still hold IOTA in my portfolio, but I don't know how it will perform in this cycle because it was not performing that great compared to other coins in this cycle because it was coming down and down in rankings. but it's a good project, so I still believe in that, but I don't know how it will perform. But I personally hold in my portfolio, but I don't know, it depends on whether you believe in this project or not. And then the next one is a Graph's also one which I hold in my portfolio. That's a pretty good coin. So it's searching solution, like a Google for blockchain. So that's also a pretty good project you can hold. That's also beaten down so much, it even reached I think 1.5 to $2 if I am not mistaken. Currently at 0.5 $2, it's also a pretty good deal. And then Zilaka is also a good project, but then it went up almost 300-400% in the previous week. So I would not advise to buy it at the current price. Maybe it can fall down. So I still hold a small position in Zilaka, but I don't advise to buy it at the current price. And then if you look into the next one, I have Neo. That's also a project. Yeah, I was a believer, but then I have this in my portfolio, but then it also did not perform much, like I said, iota. So this is Neo is based in China. So this project is also did not perform as I expected, but I am still holding this in my portfolio. So that's also a pretty good project. They are doing developments, but the price did not reflect that yet. So we have to wait and see whether in this cycle this coin is going to perform well or not. And then if you look into the other coins like Chili's, it's also a good one, the NFT play. So Chili's also a good one to buy. And then Engine coin, that's also a good one. And then if you look into the yeah, Dash, that's also the same like other iota and Neo. This is also it's a privacy centric coin. It's not completely privacy coin, but it's also privacy centric coin. So they are also doing a lot of developments, but then the price, it's a very poor performer for me in my portfolio. So that's yeah, that's unfortunate. But I still hold that in my portfolio. I did not cash out yet, but it did not perform much compared to other coins. And then if you look into the other coins, and then we have a Compound. That's also a good one, DeFi play. That's also a good coin to hold. And if you look at the other plays like Icon, so I also have Icon. So Icon is based in South Korea. So the recently the South Korea, their president, I think it's so if you look into the South Korea, some of the politician so recently elected, so he's a big believer in cryptocurrencies, and then he even used Icon for some projects or something. So so that's why it was pumping. So I also hold Icon. So I also a good believer of this project as well. And then if you look into the other coins, Synthetics is also a good one, a DeFi play. So I also hold that in my personal portfolio. And then Yan Finance is also a DeFi play, but that's not something I have it in my portfolio. So then if we have to go into the next 100, so Omisigo, that's also a good one, OMG network. So that's a good currency to hold. And then if you look into the next one quickly, Kava is also I was a believer of Kava project. And then if you look into the other coins like here, so Horizon Zen is also a privacy centric project. That's also a pretty good project. And then if you look into other ones, for example, Voyager token. So this is a token of exchange Voyager. So that coin. And then Ren is also a good one. It's beaten down, so that's also a good project, Ren. And then if you look into other projects, recent projects, Ocean Protocol, that's also a good project. And then if you look into Fetch AI, that's also a good coin to hold. And if you have to look into other particular coins, these are all like more risky coins. So yeah, I believe I don't go below 100 or 150, top 150 coins. So if you want to, yeah, go even lesser market cap coins, it's your it's a personal opinion based on people to people. But I believe crypto itself is risky. Going and buying very low market cap is even risky. Yeah, you can have a moonshot, you can be rich, or you can lose your entire money in the lesser known market cap coins. So I usually buy coins with 100 to 150 and then see the project, how the project potential is, what are their technology, and so on. So these are the projects I was bullish on. And then yeah, you can, I believe the cryptocurrency market itself is going to go up 3 to 4 times in the coming year or so. So that's what I believe. That's my personal opinion. You can have contradicting thoughts, that's completely fine. But then that's what I believe. So I put my money where my mouth is. So I have a pretty substantial position in cryptocurrency market. Even though it's risky, I know I am aware of the risk, and then I invested most or substantial amount of my portfolio in cryptocurrencies because I was a, yeah, big believer in cryptocurrencies, and I believe it's going to go up at least three, if 3 to 4 times, or at least 2 to 3 times in the coming year. So that's my personal opinion. So also, if you look at the different news, like different institutions, different big companies, different governments, even they are buying bitcoin. So I believe crypto has a good future in the coming years. So that's all for today, and thank you for watching. And if you like this video, please like, share, and comment. And also, if you want a free email newsletter from this channel, please subscribe in the link below. So thank you for watching and have a nice day. Bye bye.